Warning: do not attempt the stunts performed in this video. Not because they are dangerous, but because they are stupid.
Make my own fairing compound. I don't have any fairing compound, but I do have access to a bunch of Gelcoat. So probably some Gelcoat with some Cabasil to make my own fairing compound. Probably some Gelcoat with some Cabasil, and Gelcoat with some Cabasil, and some Cabasil, and some Cabasil. Cabasil. Well, Fluid, I wish I would have saw this comment 24 hours earlier. You were really close to being my hero, because I regret it. Big time. All right. Happy Monday. So this was 100% a giant fail. Yeah, this stuff is super hard. I tried to get as much as I could off of here, just hand sanding and using that Bosch sander, but it's just not enough. I mean, it's just gumming up my pads. So I went to Harbor Freight and I ended up getting this big guy here. It's a Baxter sander, and all they had was 80 grit, so hopefully that'll be enough to knock this stuff down. I'm trying to get most of it off because I'm afraid it's going to be very brittle, so I don't want any like cracking underneath to happen. So I'm gonna try and get off as much as I can. I actually like overfilled this curve here with filler, and I'm just kicking myself in the butt now. But I might just have to elbow grease that thing. So yeah, I'm definitely not a professional. I definitely can't teach you what to do, but I damn sure can teach you what not to do. Don't do this. Do not use Cabasil to make a fairing compound. Just go buy some fairing compound. Fluid says you can use microspheres, but man, test it before you do it instead of just throwing it on your transom or any big area, because yeah, this is gonna put me back a couple days, I think. So bitching about it's not gonna fix anything, so let's get to work. Whew. Man, that was like 5 hours legit. I had some highs right here. This is where the motor bounce used to be. There's still some divots there, but those are actual lows. But that's it there. I don't know if you can see that, but pretty fair. There's like a maybe a little bit of gap here. And that's just, I think the transom's just wavy ever since I mounted it to the Kusa board. I mean, but she's pretty close. There's a low spot there. That's pretty much how I'm trying to fair it. Just use my straight edge, and wherever there was a gap, that means there was a high point somewhere. Let's see if I can like here. So if you look, you gap on that side, gap on that side. So this here is a high, so that's got to get knocked down. I actually knocked it down to the glass, so maybe I could fill the gaps tomorrow with some filler, with some real fairing compound, but I'm gonna leave the edges for last. I'll just hand do the edges because I don't want to burn them edges off. It's gonna be it for this layer. I'm gonna get some real fairing compound and bust it out tomorrow. Alright, let's try this again. Hopefully this time it's not a fail like last time. I actually have some proper stuff today. Got this from West Marine. It was like 60 bucks for a 30-ounce container, and it's got the activator. I've never used this before, but let me pop this open. Dang, should I mix this? Probably. Oh yeah. Oh, this stuff is really really gummy. Kind of a weird consistency. It's like slime consistency. So I already scuffed down the lows with some sandpaper and acetoned it. That way it'll be ready to receive this stuff. See if I can do this without making too much of a mess. Come on. Oh God, there it is. Just a bead all the way across is what it calls for.
But they're not marine.
Man, this is a real putty. I say putty, they mean putty.
I don't think there's anybody there. Is that inline up there?
So if you're ready.
Somebody in the comments suggested this to me, so I appreciate it, Mr. John Allen. Damn, that was fast. Yeah, that's it. Jesus, that was fast. Holy crap. Damn, now I know. That was crazy fast. I was not expecting that.
So far.
Oh, that sounds so much better.
Day or we'll go.
Another day is about to come to an end. So I remember I showed y'all this spot yesterday. Remember there was a giant high spot, there was a big gap here, big gap to the left. So now it's like taking down that really big high, which is what I want. I want it to get to glass on those really high spots. Because if you notice, I have a lot of, you can see the guide coat here, guide coat there. This was pretty much a low because these weren't knocked down. So the more I can knock this down, the more fair I can get the rest of it. I'm starting to get a hang of that Baxter sander. I found out I was kind of fighting it, so the best thing that I figured out, just to let it do the work, just hold it and try not to let it get out of control, because those times that it's kind of getting out of control, that's a high spot that it's working on. So after I focused on not really pushing down very hard and just letting it find its own path, it started doing really good. So I'm up to about here. I've done this whole pass pretty much. I still got to knock this out, then I'll go to filling some more. But overall, she's feeling really good. Like, if I didn't mess up on that original fairing compound, I probably would be done with this. And I'm slowly building up this edge right here. It was curved quite a bit. It looked like this edge had a radius on it, but on my leftover putty, I'm just filling that, and I want it to have like a squared edge, and then I'll just radius it with my hand. So yeah, this is what it takes. If you want a really nice transom, this is the amount of work that goes into it. So on to another day. Okay, I don't know what day this is. It's day 5. Day 5 of sanding. And she's pretty fair. She's not 100% fair. I mean, still a tiny gap, but are you even gonna see it? Maybe. But she's pretty close to being fair. I don't know. I've been sanding on this thing for 5 days, and I think I'm done. What I'm gonna do today, I'm just gonna work on these. I have these tiny little microscopic pinholes everywhere. I'm just gonna work on busting those out so I can get to gel coating, because how perfect do you want it to be, and how much is it gonna matter? Because I mean, my motor is gonna be hanging here, so it's like this part here is not even gonna be seen, but just want to put the time into it to make it look good, and I need to move on with this build, so I think I'm gonna call it here after I fill in these pinholes. I think I'll have more pinholes when I do gel coat, so I mean, this ain't the end of sanding, this is only part of it. But yeah, looking good so far. This is the flattest I've seen her ever. Bust out these pinholes and then we'll get back to you. I think she's done, y'all. Not 100%, I'd say like 95% of the pinholes are taken care of. Everything on this flat side for sure is all gone, and I'm hoping that the gel coat will kind of fill in any other pinholes that I might have missed. And if it's not all 100%, I'm not gonna, it's not a huge deal. I probably won't care when I'm fishing, so. That Evercoat 27 is super clutch. Mr. John Allen, I really appreciate you, because I was able to start fairing that within 20 minutes, so I was able to get a lot more done than I thought. If I would have went with the gel coat and the microspheres, and this would have taken a lot longer. Another awesome comment that helps with the build, so hopefully next step will be gel coating this thing, and then we can move on to some more. Thank goodness. This kicked my ass. Yep, and that's the aftermath. It's a graveyard full of dead sanding discs. Yeah, I went through a lot of sanding pads, especially that first go around when I messed up on my gel coat and Cabasil. Man, I burnt out like twice the amount of these that you see here. So yeah, I'm gonna clean all this up and then prepare for gel coat, baby. Kind of excited and I'm nervous at the same time, but usually that's a good sign. If I'm nervous, then it usually turns out all right. So let's go, baby. All right, the big day, gel coat day. I've been on spring break for a week, so I've been stressing this whole week. The day's finally here. I had a big old spiel planned out talking about how I'm using this stuff, but I had like 10 people watching me, so you're getting a voiceover. This is what we got. We got the Total Boat gel coat without the wax. I got some Duratec. Now we're going to be using a spray gun, so the Duratec calls for 50-50 mix with gel coat, but I'll tell you right now, the price on this Duratec costs more than the gel coat. So I saw on some forums you could do a 3-to-1 mix. We're going to be a little bit more frugal on this science test, so we're going to be doing 15 ounces of gel coat and about 5 ounces of Duratec, and I'm going to catalyze at 2% with MEKP. It's going to be close to 30 cc's. Mix it, strain it, put it on the 3M gun using a 1.4 tip, and I'm shooting at 30 psi. Flippy. quite a bit of orange peel, but not bad for my first time. A couple pinholes. I remember all these pinholes. I remember where they started from too. I figured it was going to be a bunch up here. This here is where that where I got down to bare fiberglass. But as far as fair and flat, she looks really good. No ridges, no bumps. Just a lot of orange peeling and pinholes. Oh God! Oh, looks clean. Looks awesome. Good coverage for 20 ounces. I think I might be able to do the entire boat. I wasn't entirely sure, but I think I have enough. It's been an hour and it's tacking up. I can still see my fingerprint in that, but an hour in, I think it's gonna harden up pretty good. Man, that's already got like a shine to it. I'm pretty impressed. I'm most impressed with how fair it is. I sanded on this thing forever and it looks, I mean, come on. I'm super impressed with that stuff. So now that I know that I could actually spray it with that gun, now I can do the entire sides of the boat and the rest. I kind of like that white though, man. It looks really clean. I was gonna do gray, but I kind of like that white. Looks really good. That's gonna be it for this video. Next video I'm gonna do some more sanding and start looking at doing those sides, because the sides are ready to go too. And I might do the gray, but man, the white looks super clean. Flippy.